Hey y'all, it's your girl NeenaRose coming at you for your unknown gifts and abilities, and for the collective. I hope all is well with everyone. Thank you all for your likes, share, subscribes, rocking with me, and just moving forward in spite of, and just it is what it is, right? We have to move forward and know that things are gonna work out, right? So let's get some traveler's journey out here for unknown gifts and abilities. If you need a personal reading, like I said, this is a general reading for the collective. Um, get with me. I think I'm gonna do two different sets, so like two different sets of this reading. So um, we'll pull in two different sets of people's energy, so it won't, it still may or may not resonate, but at the same time, you all get an idea of what's what. Okay, so let's shuffle out the traveler's journey, and then we will get. I'll probably do some psychic tarot with this too. Okay, so you have distant thunder here. Clear the air. Now there's a lot going on with the collective in general. Um, some of you have really humbled yourselves, and you're not saying as much as you used to. And that may have a lot to do with because you're realizing um, you're realizing what it takes. And I say that like, you're realizing that you don't need to say everything anymore. Especially those of you that are very voicey. You've always been very voicey. A lot of you have kind of toned down a little bit because you're realizing that the enemy was trying to use you with distracting. Like you being a distraction to yourself. Because a lot of times when we are opinionated, we're leaders, we tend to speak more than what we need to until we realize that I'm not going to do all that talking anymore, or I'm not going to be doing whatever, is what I'm getting here. But I feel like there's an energy here where we need to focus. We need to focus. Okay, so material harvest 9 is at the bottom. Okay, so let me get a tarot deck out here. And then we're going to go over what came out. And like I say, if it's any major arcana come out, we will clarify. But we're going to go over unknown gifts and abilities here. Like I said, and this is just going to be, look like I'm doing 3 different sets. I said 2, but 3 cards came out. So I'm going to do, look, I'm doing 3 different sets here of unknown gifts and abilities. So let's see what's up. Okay. What's up for this first set? Okay, so this never did turn over. I'm going to get another one. Okay, so let's go over this here, this first set. This is, you have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck right now. So there may be a slow moving offer, but a passionate offer. that may have came in or is coming in. Um, we have the traveler's journey here in reverse. You have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Now these were all in the upright, but this spent as it hit the table and went in reverse. I feel like and then you have the Ace of Swords here. I feel like some of you are dealing with the truth of what your gifts are for. Like, basically you're realizing that, hey, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, as opposed to what you're not doing, where you're not going. You know what I'm saying? You stand in the light of truth. So I feel like you are being exposed to some things that was once told to you as a truth. Now you're seeing them as a lie. I feel like there's some things coming up. You have here kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Now somebody may be you may be seeing a truth about somebody that you didn't see before. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like a truth about a gift. Okay, for some of you this may be an affection. Like, you know how you have those babies, and I'm saying I'm using them, this is as an example. Some babies give hugs as they're already working purpose. People don't really realize that they give hugs when they're little. And then somebody may just need to hear this about maybe their child, but some babies give hugs, and this is their gift to help someone heal. You don't know what that person is going through, but that child may be gravitated to giving a hug, right? And then the same child will be like, hold on, I don't want to hug you. They'll pull back off certain energies. You know, that's because at that age, they're not going to be biased towards not hurting somebody's feelings. And that's how you need to be with working your gift. Some of you may be doing things and you're discovering a truth about yourself, that this is a gift. The handshake, the hug, the laughter, the putting a smile on someone's face. This is a gift. And I feel like some of you are realizing that some people are looking for you because they need your gift. And I feel like this is a truth that you're uncovering. Like somebody may, and then some of you may have been, someone may have hidden you. Like you may have gotten into a relationship and someone had hidden you. Like they didn't want anyone around you. That's because they wanted your energy to themselves, but you are a gift. That part of you is a gift. And some of you may be realizing that, like, okay, this person hid me because of what I bring to the table. They don't want anybody else to have, but they noticed it on me and I didn't notice it on me. See, a lot of times how we get woke up through our experiences. So this person here knows that you bring a certain type of light to the table and they don't want people to have it. They don't want people to experience it. You have here patience and planning, a 7. Some of you may be planning to leave, and 2 came out. They don't want me to say it. Sacral chakra 2. They don't want this to get out, y'all. Excuse me. Somebody's trying to convince you that you don't have nothing to bring to the table. Or they're waiting for you to kind of come out and say something, and they already know what they're going to say against it. But the truth of the matter is going to outshine what's really going on with the Ace of Swords here. And then hidden energy is the 10 of Swords. A lot of people, okay, so let me tell you something about your strength, right? So what happens when you lose your strength? You lose your strength when you realize that, okay, so what people want is for you to not make it. They don't want you to have your strength, your power, your love. for creation. They don't want you to have that. They want you to fall off. They want you to not make it. I don't want you to not make it. They're going to try to tear you down. And this doesn't, I mean, they don't have anything to do with your gift, but they see the gift on you. They see how alive you make people with your gift. But I feel like this is a gift of touch. I feel like this is a gift of touch, of compassion. More so like maybe a hug or a kiss, or some type of intimacy. It's just like what you bring to the table. Somebody sees it and they don't want anybody to get this feeling from you. So a lot of you may be dealing with the sleeping with the enemy concept. You know what I'm saying? Like this person, they don't want they would rather take care of you. They don't want you dealing with people. They'd rather you stay at home all day. That's because they don't want you out dealing with people. But that's what you're purposed to do. Some of you have been putting up with this for a while, but I feel like a lot of you don't really realize this is your gift. This is what you're called to do. So you're giving someone else leeway on your path on what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Okay, so the second set, let's see here, is watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Some of you may be a little overworked, or some of you may be overworking the gift. Let's see what else they have here. You have the butterfly. It says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. Okay, so some of you may have been maybe been going through for a while. You may have come out of a certain part of your ascension. You may have evolved into working your gifts and actually moving forward. So what does that mean? That means now you're ready for the next level, right? You have one that came out turned down. One is like a tarot came out turned down, which is hidden 8, emotional withdrawal. And then you have 2, mental conflict. Okay, so where we're at now is honestly figuring out what it's going to take to move forward without all the, I'm hearing a disguise. I don't know what that is, but I'm hearing a disguise. I'm also hearing that a lot of you may be dealing with things that were put to rest at some point. You may be dealing with some things that were put to rest. You may be in a mental conflict or even just withdrawn. Okay, some of you may be dealing with telepathy. Some of you have evolved and your thoughts. You got the 9 of Pentacles. Some of you may be trying to figure out how do you make money from your gifts. Yeah, the 2 of Wands here. Some of you may be trying to figure out how you make money with your gifts and talents. You have death in the reverse here at the bottom of the deck. Some of you have accepted the change, the transition. But I also feel like a lot of you have been working. Some of you may have even been working in an industry that doesn't promote your gift. And so you may have recently come out of that area, of that arena. Or you may have family members that don't support what you have going on, and it may be bothering you. With the mental conflict, like I said, I feel like there's some of you may be struggling mentally about what it is that you do and what you bring to the table. You may be struggling with it. And I feel like this is an area of could be a little taboo. But we really need to pay attention to what it's going to take to move forward. Okay. With the 9 of Pentacles here, or someone may be trying to judge here how you honestly make your living. You know what I'm saying? Or how... Okay, so some of you may be with someone that may tell you that what you do is not right. But what you've been doing all your life. Your gift, your talent may be taboo. It may not be something people want to talk about. But it looked like you may take this path alone. Like somebody may try to change you up. But this is how you live. This is what you purpose to do. Like some of you got the spirit of David on you. Where you basically your purpose to take people out. That's what you do. And you may have somebody that's telling you that's not right. You may have to take this path by yourself. Because see, one of these wands, this person is not holding. They're going to leave that wand there. Everybody's not purposed to be on your journey. But at the same time, you also have to realize that you can't go with what everybody has to say about your journey. The third one here that we have here is Wondrous Universe, Walk in Beauty. Well, the thing is, let me back up, because it seems like some of you all are questioning some things. There's an energy here. See, people will try to tell you what's right and wrong. We all have a role to play. Any of you all that's been watching my channel, y'all know that's just what it is. How I bring it anyway. Because the creator, we all don't have the same role. If we are one body, how can we play the same? I can't have a bunch of hands. I never get nothing done. Everybody is not we can't play the same role. It just don't work like that. Some of you are questioning, how do we not play the same role? You don't play the same. Everybody can't play the same role. Everybody's not on the good side. How would the scales balance? Scales don't balance if everybody's on the same side of the scale. But this is how the world was made. This is how the universe was made. Everybody, you got good and you got bad. And everybody's not purposed to be on the good team, on the good side, or what we call good. Good is based off perception, right? Good is not based off of what I want to happen. Because a lot of these bad experiences shape and lift and mold us into who we need to be. So now, Wondrous Universe, Walk in Beauty. Understand, no matter what it is that you're purposed to do, walk it out. Finesse it. The bottom of the deck, you have the Sun in reverse. I feel like traditional thought here is going to supersede somebody's gifts. And then I feel like the light is going to be shed on it that wasn't the way to go. But some of you may not be able to turn back. You may not even want to turn back. You have here one, awareness. Some of you are powerful in the mind. You're very powerful in the mind. You may even be an air sign, but your gift may be you may be powerful in the mind. You may have the gift of persuasion. You may be great at manipulating. You have passion here. Insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Some of you, this comes so natural what you do. This may even tie into the second one, but I just feel like a lot of you, and this may be, like I was telling one person, it don't matter to me who you serve. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose sleep about who you serve, because what? We all got a role to play. You have to understand something. When you start dealing with judging people because of who they serve and what they serve, I mean, that's low vibrational energy. I have no care in the world for you to be doing things that you shouldn't be doing. There's no reason to. Whether you should be doing or shouldn't be doing them, it's not my issue. We have to, and not so much like committing crimes. I'm talking about and even whatever that is. But who you serve and worship at the end of the day has nothing to do with me. Who you sleep with at the end of the day has nothing to do with me. Because if you have time to sit back and judge people, who they sleep with, where they going, what they doing, you got too much time on your hands. if I got time to sit back and hate you because you of a different religion, you're not. You can be claiming to be on the good side, but you're on a bad side. I don't want to serve no one that you serve hating somebody, or turning a blind eye, or turning an eye to somebody because I can't, because we don't serve the same person or same entity. It's just not fair. Some people want to take over, and it's in the custom, but you have to pay attention to people just wanting to conquer. They want everything, including your mind. You have here the Three of Cups, and then the Six of Swords in reverse. Some of you walked away from a community. You walked away, but it's like they're calling you back. Somebody may be putting in spell work to call you back. On the outside, this picture looks like somebody is having a good time. The Three of Cups in the upright. But this is a place that you moved away from. So evidently it wasn't a good time for you. I feel like some of you moved away from some things that just did not serve you anymore. The light was shed on this situation, and it wasn't right. You found out that it wasn't right. You found out that, what you were getting into, what was getting into you, just wasn't right. At a glance, you would think that things are passionate, things of that nature, and they probably are. But you're realizing that, what you have to do goes against what you were taught traditionally. What's supposed to be right, what's supposed to be wrong. When the Creator's going to tell you what it is. Oh, it was okay for David to be a murderer because God told him to. But then, like, when the other people do stuff, or if somebody else say they're doing that, it's not okay because I didn't hear God tell you that. I didn't hear God tell you that. So now I'm judging you. Or I'm invoking my views on you, and your views don't mean anything. No one views of you mean anything. But a lot of people won't work their gifts, their talents, because what? They say that's of the devil. Who is they? That's just like, I don't believe in religion. But I do read some of the books because I feel like it's good knowledge, good wisdom. But at the same time, even if you use the parable with the prophet getting slain by the lion, he had gotten his instructions already, and he went with the lion prophetess anyway. So you got to understand something. People will appear to be a lion prophetess in your season to get you off track. They don't know that. But that comes from knowing who you are within. Everybody got a role to play. Just because I don't do religion don't mean it's wrong. It just means I don't do religion. And that's not something to argue about. Why would you be concerned at the end of the day if somebody don't want to do what you say do? You may be a diehard fan of believing that whatever you're doing is the only way to go. People been doing stuff for lifetimes. And some of this stuff wasn't even around a whole lifetime. Maybe your lifetime. But we have to seek that knowledge for ourselves. That's not something that somebody should have to judge you on. Because judgment comes from above. And that comes from your source. And if you're not my source, why am I concerned with you? Or why would you even be concerned with me if I'm not part of your path? I'm not part of your purpose. Even if you have the evangelistic mission or whatever in that season, everybody's not your purpose. And a lot of times we trespass. We're not taught that. You trespass when you go and interfere in somebody else's life. Or I felt the urge to tell you, you can. But one thing about receiving, if a person didn't ask you for it, you may be out of line. Now, if your source send you somewhere And they say, if somebody asks you your opinion, then by all means, it may be their time to come on in and see what's up with you. But just to drive, be doing some things, I feel like that's trespassing. And we're taught to trespass, but a lot of people don't know they're being trespassed against. I mean, one lady gonna say, well, I want to talk to you and this and that. I said, no, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not going back to that. Well, you don't have to. No, I know I don't. But I'm not, you don't need to waste your time talking to me because I'm not going to be converted. I won't ever go back to that lifestyle. That was the worst part of my life. And I got that right to feel that way. But in the end, she was hostile behind me. Now, but why are you steady trying to convince me to go back to something that I was miserable in? See, everything isn't for everybody. And I don't know who need to hear this. Some of you may be getting pressured to join a group, or some of you may be pressuring some people to join a group. But you definitely need to stay in your lane, because when people wake up and they need to, they start going up against the people who brought them down, because that's what we're supposed to do. When you realize who your enemies are, that's when you start fighting for your life. When you realize you've been in a battle. And some people going to get hit, and they're thinking that they were doing the work. No, you were trespassing. Creator, I come to you and I thank you for the collective. I thank you for a mindset of change. I speak that they continue to move and do the growth that it takes to move forward. Walk this thing out. Understand what it takes. Understand what they've gone through to get this far. Selah. Y'all have a good one. Get with me if you need an unknown gifts and abilities reading, life path reading, what to look out for reading. Just let me know what you need and we'll go from there. Y'all have a good one. It's your girl, NeenaRose.